Hi, I'm Sabaga Crystal Bacon coming to you with this week's YouTube poetry reading. This week I'm going to be featuring a poem that appears in the summer and fall issue of the Naugatuck River Review. Thanks to Lee DeRosier and all the readers there for selecting this poem. It's a funny thing about writing poems. Sometimes we use poetry to delve into the deep places in our lives, and we put the words on the page and then they go out to readers whom we don't see. And then once in a while, we get the opportunity to read the poems either in person or, as I'm doing today, reading to you here with the slight distance of the Zoom screen. This is the title poem from my manuscript in progress, more or less finished, still going through the final stages of birthing, called A Brief History of My Sex Life. I'm not sure how brief or historical it is, but here it goes. A brief history of my sex life. At a party in fifth grade, we decided to practice kissing. Some of us had to be boys. I slid so comfortably into the posture of my father on the couch with a girl nestled in the crook of my neck. In Scouts, I was mad for a different girl. We camped in a house of empty rooms. By flashlight, I stroked her golden hair. One Sunday night in middle school, my mother ironing in the basement, I proudly showed her my new shoes called Date Bait. What, she said, would you do with a date? Steam hissing. On and on like this it went, painfully dateless in high school, except for the hop, sophomore year, with a boy whose father ran a meat shop. Junior prom, my brother's 22-year-old friend. Senior prom, my best friend's cousin, fresh from the Marines, who clutched a pack of Cools in his hairy-knuckled hands. Hooked up by God knows who with the fey hairdresser whose mascaraed mustache left black smears above my lip. My brother announced that there was just no chemistry between me and men, which did not stop him setting me up with his friends who groped and dry humped me the same. Not that I hated it. Ever since I learned about erections, I wondered how they stayed up. I found a device in my mother's nightstand drawer. I imagined a sling for a soft penis. It was a bunion stopper. The properties of blood, how to start it, the satisfying lift and bulge pleased me. My first divorced fiance wanted to wait until we married, would press himself against my hip on parting, leave a cum stain on my jeans. When I lost my virginity at 19 to the second divorced man, 12 years older than me, I was a ready student despite the monthly fears of conception. My mother's mother told her, do more than hold hands with a boy and you'll get pregnant and we'll have to go drown ourselves in the lake or your papa will kill us. To me, my mother said, sex was a chore, despite the way she later mourned her lover, my father. My fiance wouldn't go down on me, he said, because it would turn me queer. Too late, I should have said. Too few the times he doled out those rare pleasures. Confused, confused. On the blind date disguised as an after-work party to introduce me to the big, rangy girl whose sultry voice I loved on the corporate telephone, I said, if I were queer, it would ruin my life. But oh, how sweet her kiss in the summer night, drunk. We were drunk on that release. We were children still who lived at home. Her parents sent her away, cut her off from what she knew. We grew up after that. The next time I saw her, she extolled the virtues of cock. I was broken then, some newness in me worn thin, dried up. I was 21. So long ago. A brief history of my sex life. Thanks for listening today, and every time you tune in, see you next week.